Welcome back, Aggies, to Who's Hiring Aggies. I'm Professor Sterling Bone, Director of the Huntsman Pro Sales Program and Professor here in the Marketing and Strategy Department at the John M. Huntsman School of Business. I'm honored today to have my friends from Rent Dynamics, Mike Wolber, Chief Revenue Officer of Rent Dynamics, and Dan Ludlow, Director of Personnel and Training at Rent Dynamics. And I'm excited to introduce Rent Dynamics and some of the exciting opportunities that are happening in this space here, even in Cache Valley. And so welcome, Mike and Dan. It's great to have you.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it.
Mike, maybe tell a little bit more about your journey into Rent Dynamics and how you arrived there.
Sure. Sterling, thanks for hosting us today. About 12 years ago, I got my career started at Nike and really found like I found my stride in learning the importance of sales and storytelling in the workplace. And I've spent the last 6 years working in vertical specific software, similar to Rent Dynamics, as VP of Sales. And about 3 months ago, the stars aligned and I was able to meet with the co-founders to plug in here as Chief Revenue Officer of Rent Dynamics. And I'm actually in the process of moving my family from Bend, Oregon here to Logan, Utah, and really excited to be part of the business community, but also the community of Logan as well.
We're excited to have you here, Mike, and look forward to your associations continuing here at the Huntsman School. Dan's an old friend. We've connected previously as we've had students go to work in Rent Dynamics. Dan, it's great to have you on this podcast. Tell us a little bit about your career and your journey into Rent Dynamics.
Yeah, thanks, Sterling. And first of all, we're super excited to have Mike join our team. He's been fantastic in the time he's been with us, and we look forward to what he's doing for us. But my journey, somewhat similar to Mike, I was VP of Sales and Training for an international business development firm for about 3.5 years, and then had the same role with an internet marketing firm. And then about 9 or 10 years ago, I got in with Entrada down in the Lehigh area and spent 6 years working with them as a sales operations manager, basically working with their sales team specifically. And that got me into this multifamily housing technology industry, which I am just super fascinated with. It's a tremendous industry with a lot of growth, a lot of cutting edge technology, a lot of opportunities. And then that parlayed into my role here with Rent Dynamics, which is the same industry as what I did it with Entrada. My roles switched a little differently, going from the sales side to the post-sales side, working primarily with our client services and account management team, building them up, and then recently switching roles even further to where now I work with the personnel and training side of things.
You know, Dan, since you've brought up this multifamily technology play that is Rent Dynamics, maybe for students that have maybe seen your presence down in the Riverwoods here in Logan, but maybe don't even know what Rent Dynamics is, maybe you can speak to kind of some of those opportunities.
Yeah, so we're kind of a fun little tech company here in the Valley, which there's not probably as many as some people would hope. And so we're trying to fill that niche here of a software as a service company. And then parlaying that with multifamily, which is, a multi-billion-dollar industry. And these property management companies all over the country are really trying to tie into the latest and greatest technologies, which has only really been spurred on due to COVID, having to move so many things to remote and to technology solutions and things to help their site staff, their community managers and others more effectively do things. And so we're really excited about what we're able to provide to them, but then also as an employer front, give somebody a software company, a technology company. We have so many MIS students, computer science students from USU that work with us and have worked with us and helped us get to where we are. And so it's exciting to be able to provide that right here in the Valley and give somebody a place to land where they don't have to be looking beyond these borders if they really love it here, which a lot of people seem to.
Yeah, and that's one of the super exciting things that we've seen in terms of the growth of our local economy, right? Recently, Logan was ranked in the top 2 of best places, best smaller towns to launch a career and to live and work in. I know, Mike, this is something probably you looked closely at as you considered your relocation to Cache Valley. Maybe speak to other reasons why you're attracted to Rent Dynamics and why our students should be interested in Rent Dynamics.
So I'll just echo something that Dan said real quick. And one of the most exciting things for me is vertical specific software. There's lots of companies out there like Salesforce and HubSpot that serve the enterprise, and they do business for almost everybody. And we're having a ton of fun developing property and vertical specific solutions, with our focus being that multifamily and apartment industry. The niche, the nuances is different enough to where going specific really gives you unique value. And anyone in business will say, your people are your biggest strength. Without people, you're nothing. And Dan and I talk about this quite a bit. And one of the things that I'm super excited about is joining a community that has this remarkable university right in our backyard. I think there's a great opportunity to develop, strong bridges and alliances with Utah State, the pro sales program, the technical affiliations, because I see a fun future ahead to build strong walls, or excuse me, bridges between our companies, to make sure that we're able to hire great talent, give them extraordinary opportunities right out of college, even during college, and then to be able to plug in more broadly with the Silicon Slopes community. And Sterling, I'll say that coming from Oregon, I had no idea how much innovation existed here in Cache Valley and more broadly down in Salt Lake City. And being able to be pioneering innovation has been something that's been a huge passion of mine. And doing it with the mountains on both sides of us is just going to be super fun.
Well, I echo and amen to that, because that is one of the great reasons why, even during this last COVID year, a lot of our students are recognizing what a great opportunity is right here in their backyard. And to be able to live in the quality of life and opportunity. And then I love that you talked about this vertical play of technology, right? As our students look at technology companies, this is a unique opportunity where you can really, be part of this exciting vertical, and a lot of growth and opportunity there. I want to kind of shift our conversation a little bit, because it's not every day that I get to talk to a chief revenue officer, and especially in a company that's really, seeing this hockey stick growth. What are some of the things that you're motivated to do? What some of the things that you're excited about in your role as chief revenue officer?
So it's grow time, and accelerating growth is one of the biggest joys in business. And our team has spent the last decade, getting the foundation set. We've got remarkable product, technology, uptimes, customer service, and a great reputation here in the industry, but also in the local communities. And as you look to really, throw gas on the fire and accelerate growth, it's fun, and the company gets to benefit from all of the hard work where we've done the things to be able to experience growth. And so right now there's really going to be three keys that we're focused on as we look at the next 3 years to really go fast from an acceleration standpoint. One is going to be making sure that we make the conversation of awareness through marketing predictable. So investing into brand, into marketing strategies to make sure that more and more companies, businesses, and potential employees can make sure to find out about Rent Dynamics and what we're up to. The second will be making sure that our acquisition model is predictable and repeatable as well. So that's where we talk about the importance of sales, good sales training that Dan leads, making sure that we have the right technologies and systems, but also making sure that our process is repeatable so that when we get those valuable leads through marketing, we're able to quickly turn them into customers that will stay on board for a long time. And then the third cog that we're really focused on is turning customers into advocates. So advocacy is going to be a big thing we focus on, making sure that we're working hard to bring customers in, but that they stay for a long time. So making sure that we're driving product adoption and making sure that we're driving strategy and operating as an extension of our customers' teams. And if we do those three things in sequence, I feel really confident, but I'll say bullish, that we're going to have a really fun chapter over these next few years.
That's a great primer for our students, just as they look at future leadership opportunities in their career. So well articulated and talking about those three pillars. And those three pillars, obviously, for a lot of our students that thought, sales or marketing were separate disciplines, but yet the integration and what you're really trying to drive in terms of all the way through retention and advocacy, I think is brilliant in terms of play. In terms of your recruiting needs, right? Because a lot of our students, while they have interest in sales, are also open to a lot of different areas. Maybe you could speak to some of the opportunities that you're looking to grow on your team at Rent Dynamics.
Yeah, definitely. And this is something Dan and I have been talking about a lot lately is we want to have as few barriers to entry as possible. And within this realm of go to market really encompassing all things sales, account management, and marketing, I really want to be able to be a fluid, nimble company that really embodies something I call lattice. Meaning if we bring you in marketing and in 6 months we realize that your best fit is in account management or sales, let's laterally move you over and get you that right experience. So Dan and I talk about, being hungry, humble, and smart is the three attributes we're really excited with emerging talent in the industry and also in our community. And I'd say for us, anyone who has an interest in technology, software as a service or SaaS, like Dan talked about, customer service, or developing skill sets that are going to be very revenue focused. We have tons of room in terms of being creative with internship programs and also early entry level positions to really get that foundation set for you, so you can join us for the long ride ahead.
I love the hungry, humble, and smart, right? I think that's a great mantra, and that's the rallying cry for our students to be able to speak to those attributes as they apply and look into opportunities at Rent Dynamics. Dan has been, hiring Aggies in his various roles at Rent Dynamics. In fact, has hired some of our very best and brightest, are some of our best hungry, humble, and smart from the Huntsman School. Dan, maybe you can speak to, again, kind of some of the things that are opportunities for our students to continue to engage with you all.
Yeah, we've been very lucky to be able to tie into the great student base there at USU, and particularly in the Huntsman School. One of the best things that we've done over the last couple of years is we do have an internship program that we're running every semester, where we're bringing in a couple of interns to give them firsthand experience, 360-degree view of what we do to support our clients. It gives them exposure to elements of support, customer service, implementation, account management, all kinds of pieces. And the vast majority of those interns are now working for us full-time in roles from software development, account managers, customer success managers, tier 1 and 2 support, sales. They've been able to springboard into multiple areas from that internship. So that's one that we've really tied in closely with USU. And additionally, we have a full running contact center, call center service, which we provide, where most of those contact center agents are USU students. It's a fantastic job for anybody that needs flexibility with schedule, with a decent paying job. Get your foot into a door where you're using the products firsthand, so you really learn them in the industry. And again, when I look out my office window here and I look at who's here, most of our client services team, which is right now is 25, 30 people, have at some point or another spent time in our contact center and started there. And so it's a great way, again, to get your foot in the door as you're still a student, especially maybe if you're in your earlier years, freshman, sophomore years, and learn and grow with us as a company and then go. And so we always are hiring in the contact center. That internship is something that I'm always looking for to fill as every semester rolls around. And then, on our job boards, we'll always have additional hirings. Right now I'm looking for customer support people. We're looking to hire an account manager. I know Mike has some things on the marketing and sales front coming up in the near future that we're looking to hire for. We're trying to get both early level as well as senior level software developers to join. So there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of roles that can cover a lot of majors that students might be involved with.
And it's super exciting to hear that you've built this entirety of a career journey for students to come aboard as interns and to have that opportunity to experience the product and then to go into kind of almost a rotation. I love the lattice mentality, Mike, and that there's flexibility for students that are still trying to figure out what they want to do. And I think that's an attribute of a lot of undergrads. So for our listeners, right, I was there, and I'm sure Dan and Mike can echo this, is you maybe don't know exactly what you want to do when you finish your education or while you're in the midst of your education. But here's an opportunity to get some incredible experience. And may I also add credit, right, for internship, right? So you can get some internship credit that applies to a lot of majors and minors including the technical sales minor here at the Huntsman School. And so it's a great opportunity for you to get some great experience to really build your career. For the people and for our students that are interested in culture, can you maybe speak to kind of what makes the culture at Rent Dynamics so appealing to the two of you, and some things that they would love to maybe know and hear about the culture?
Yeah, I'll jump in first, Mike, and then you're welcome to fill in. I've worked at some great companies that had some very strong cultures, but the thing I noticed very first and foremost joining Rent Dynamics 3 years ago is this is a very family feel company. And invariably, when I talk to these interns and other hires that we bring in and check in with them in their first weeks and months of employment, and I ask them, how are things going? How do you like it here? What have you enjoyed the most? Almost without fail, the thing that they all say is, uh, this is the best job I've ever had. It's the best team I've ever worked with. And they always point to the people. And then on the client services side, when we talk to our clients and our customers and ask them for feedback and everything, it's almost verbatim the same thing. You guys are the best vendor we've ever worked with. You guys are the most responsive. You guys are the people that you have are our favorite ones to work with. And so I think we've established a culture where it's very team oriented, it's very personable, it's very relationship driven. um, we probably don't take ourselves very seriously, but we take the work and the clients very seriously. And what I mean by that is we do try to have a lot of fun. We do try to help out where we can. And, right now in the midst of March Madness, we've got some skill brackets going on with ping pong and darts and foosball and cornhole and other things, so we have those elements there. But it definitely is one where we take the work and our clients very seriously, and they are our priority.
And I'll just add a couple things because I totally agree with Dan with what Dan said. The first is that we're very much a people first company, both employees and customers. And that means that sometimes we're defaulting to taking our employees' backs over our customers to make sure that our employees truly feel supported. And I'll also say that, just crossed 90 days being here in the business, we're very entrepreneurial. There's lots of encouragement to try new things, to fail fast, but to fail forward. Lots of our employees are coming up with, new job ideas or new areas of opportunity, and watching the way that our leadership team is encouraging and fostering that spirit. It really is an innovation environment. And that's fun. And that's hard to find in the modern day business world. And just to end with a personal call to action for anyone who's listening, Dan and I would love to meet with you here in the office to mentor you, or to even have you come in and shadow one of our employees to understand what the real world could look like for you. We want to make sure that it's a mutual good fit, that you're excited about the next chapter you're embarking on, either during or after university. So whatever we can do to show you that what we're talking about is real, and however we can invest in you personally or professionally, we would really love to.
All right, take up the opportunity here to reach out and connect with Dan and Mike. We'll post some information about how to connect with them. I know that there's an incentive to come in and be able to meet them on site, to be able to interact with them, to become acquainted, and they'll make sure that you leave with some swag with Rent Dynamics. And so this is an incredible opportunity. I hope our students will take you up on this offer, because the values that I have seen demonstrated and expressed by your employees align very well with the values of the Huntsman School. And as you talk about the entrepreneurial spirit, that entrepreneurial spirit is something that I think a lot of students are excited to be a part, and to really be part of an organization where they can see their contributions in the ways that they drive value and revenue for the firm. So thank you, Dan and Mike, for joining us, and we look forward to having many Aggies onboarded at Rent Dynamics. Thank you for joining me today.